Greetings, everybody. I'm Swami Tirtha, and I'm walking in paradise. Actually, I'm walking in the... Here we go. There's a picture. In the forests here down in Florida. And I did this about a decade ago, upstate New York in the mountains. I called it Walking in Paradise. But these days, anxiety is the number one issue in a lot of people, a lot of younger people, people who have careers, families. And for the past 60 years, I've been professionally helping people with getting calmer, releasing anxiety through meditation, through yoga. That's where I started back in the 70s. Then I went into Ayurvedic healing, herbology, color therapy, aromatherapy. There's a good one for calm. Mantras and energy healing, instant energy for healing from the heart. So I've helped a lot of people, and it just usually within, if I do like a group session, within that session, people are feeling better. And one lady actually said to me at the end of the session, she just got a text from her sister-in-law who hadn't talked to her in years. And she did some energy work around that in the session. So the point of this short, hopefully daily, hopefully daily walk, depending on the weather. I'll do a short walk and you could join me. And if nothing else, you might just feel, let's see if I can turn this around. There we are. So now you can be on the walk with me. And hopefully you'll inspire you to get out and walk too, because walking, any kind of movement, Tai Chi, breathing. Okay, so I had to turn around because I'm out of the internet access. I almost lost internet access there. So I'm just going to have a very short walk up and down this road here. And so anyway, if you're here, you can leave a comment. If you're watching this later, you can leave comments, and I'll try to get to those too. And the whole topic is calm. How to get calm. Options, all natural ways to get calm. How to prevent yourself from getting stressed in the first place. How to change our thoughts. Because ultimately it's our thoughts that tell us something is a certain way. And okay, we lost connection again. I don't know what it's going to look like on your side. I think I'm going to have to just walk around the property, because we do have connection from the satellite, from that Starlink, which is really great. So this is part of the forest. Yep. Does it tell me how long I've been on? I don't know. Probably 5 minutes. So well, we even dropped the internet here for a second on the driveway, but I'm getting closer to the actual satellite dish, so we should have a good connection. And you get to see the beautiful property. Anyway, so as I was saying, so there are some of the main reasons people can't break their anxiety. These days, one major issue is finances. And for a lot of reasons these days, a lot of people are finding themselves challenged with their finances. So I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to give you financial advice, but I am going to suggest things you may do. Mindfulness meditations, and things like that. And I've already dropped a couple of tips. All right, so now I'm back at my hacienda here. And I think we'll just hang out here. So, walking, breathing, Tai Chi, some really simple things, A lot of the time it's what we don't do. If we stop doing stuff that gets us hyped up, that we're not fueling the fire. So that might be the easiest way to get started. Usually we want to say, oh, I just want the calm. I just want the peace. Meanwhile, we're throwing more logs on the fire. So what's a log? Well, a log could be food. If you have white sugar, if you have too much energy drinks, which are really not healthy at all, too much caffeine, that's going to hype us up. So some degree of nutrition, some degree of fresh foods. Then there is social. That's a whole nother big one. These days, so many people have their heads down on their iPhones or Androids or whatever phone you're using. I spend a lot of time on the computer all day. But you got to get out. In addition to exercise, you got to talk to some people. You got to have some community. A couple of friends, a couple of family. Check in, reconnect. Humanity is everything. And oftentimes we start feeling disconnected when we're disconnected from family, friends. Have a good laugh. Tell some jokes. Laughter's the best medicine, they say. Because if you've ever been laughed when you're feeling stressed, somehow the stress eases. And we realize it wasn't as bad as we thought. So whatever, these are universal, really. It's not like, they're getting your house in order, getting your finances in order, having a structure and having a plan. Those things, those are more specific to financial anxiety, turn to financial calm. Having a financial advisor oftentimes helps people that way too. But most of the things I'm sharing are universal. Other people seem to feel they need more calm. They have too much anxiety because they are caretakers. They're caretaking for their parents, their elderly parents, or other people. And boy, if you don't have a support team, if you don't have boundaries, that's going to be rough too. So boundaries is another very important, useful tool for you to use. And of course, with that comes the guilt of I should be doing more, or I can't help anymore, and I feel helpless. So that's where mantras come in. That's where affirmations come in. That's where prayer comes in. Prayer, boy, however you pray, whatever your belief is, honestly, there's nothing that helps me better when all else fails. I've done everything. I've thought of everything. So that's a bunch of things that you could do. One other area I wanted to talk about is for women, specifically, when they go into menopause. That's a whole nother that's a hormonal cause that makes them feel anxious, uncomfortable, out of sorts. In many ways, the words I'm using are very superficial. I can't actually tell you what it feels like, of course. But it is a major concern for women in their menopause stage. But there are herbs to help with the menopause, to balance the hormones. And there are foods for that. Breathing exercises and mindful meditations. Hey, Joyce is here. They're coming back, I think, beginning of November, Joyce. Middle of November, something like that. And Joyce is in. Can I tell them where you are, vacationing? I'll let you do that if you want. If you want to get on, I could bring you in the video call. It's funny. I invited you, but I said, "Oh, you're out in there. I don't know if you're out vacationing. I don't know if you're gonna have time for this, but it's nice to have you here." So there's a lot of things you can do. Menopause is not something that you have to be a victim of. You can take control of that, like everything else, naturally. And anything I talk about on this live cast is for educational and informational and hopefully entertainment value as well. Keep you interested. And nothing I say is meant to treat or diagnose or prescribe or cure any condition. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a financial advisor. But there's a lot. I've been in the holistic field. I have certifications. I have a Doctor of Science in Research, in Ayurvedic research. So, but my area is helping people with natural things. Always talk to your healthcare, medical care, psychological care, financial care experts. And if you hear something here that interests you, you bring it up to your healthcare advisors. And a quick note, if your healthcare advisors don't believe in holistic, which is hard to believe anymore, it's so mainstream. But if they absolutely won't listen to you, there's a whole lot of there's functional medicine doctors, integrative medicine doctors, naturopaths, all medical, or most of them are medical, and nurses too. So it's very easy these days to find doctor. The bells are ringing. So that's about 15 minutes for today. I got to get ready for the next event. I will try to do this every single day. And hopefully, I know it was just an overview. If you come on and ask questions, I'll be happy to share with you what I know. I'll be writing a book on the subject. I started writing a book. So anything you want to know about in the book, you let me know. And I will do my best to get it in there. If it meets those, if it meets the, well, it's kind of obvious. If it's about calm, if it's about getting rid of anxiety, then I should be able to get it in the book, right? Okay, folks, friends, future friends, hope you're enjoying the scenery. I'll show you really quickly over here. This is a turtle hole, a tortoise hole. Oh, there it is over there. I thought it closed up. There it is. Can you see that? Right there. So we have a tortoise that hangs out over there. We have another tortoise over there. We have another tortoise over there, unless they're connected. And it's all just two tortoises. I've never seen three at one time. Anyway, I wish you all health and wealth and peace and joy and calm. Until the next time, I'm Swami Tirtha. Let me come back to me. Until next time, friends, I'm Swami Tirtha. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Breathe. Look at something that makes you happy. Go on YouTube and ask for comedy shows. That I do. I do that every night when I cook. Okay. Good night.